Hey everyone, my name is Bree Workman. In partnership with masterthegamelv, we have brought you Make It, Take It, a show that highlights women and girls who love the game of basketball and have turned their dreams into reality. We get into all things women's basketball and most importantly, how to master your mindset, how to master life, and master the game. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and pass this along to a girl who is chasing her greatness. Here is Make It, Take It.
About time we sat and had a chat. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into it. So first and foremost, before I introduce you, I want you to tell the people, how do you pronounce your name? Because people need to get it straight.
So my name is Inieye Oruh.
Inieye Oruh.
Yeah.
Okay. So now y'all know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get right into it by playing this game. It's called Hero, Hardship, and Highlight. So you're gonna tell me one hero in your life, one hardship or challenge that you've been through, and then a highlight or something that you're proud of.
Okay. So a hero in my life, I would say, is my dad. And then a hardship, when I got my knee injury, it really did a lot.
We're gonna
pushed me back.
Yeah, we'll go into that.
Yeah, and then you said the third one was
a highlight. Something you're proud of.
I'm very proud that I was able to play AAU at least for one good year and get 13 offers. Yeah. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in a little deeper to that. So you said, really, this is your first season playing like a full basketball, like high school season, and then a full AAU season.
Yeah.
And you're really proud of that. So can you just like tell us why you're so proud of that?
I'm proud of that because I felt like I was in such a big hole where I couldn't get out of once my knee injury. Like I had so many, just a lot of pushbacks. I felt like because all these girls are training weightlifting and I'm here just laying down waiting for my physical therapy to start back up. And then at the same time, my physical therapy I felt like wasn't really like working for me. So once I was able to play with Centennial and then go back onto the court, I feel like I wasn't ready yet still. But the fact that I was able to play my AAU season and actually like ball out, it really put like a smile to my face, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you. You know, I mean, junior year, I thought this, like even with you like transferring and coming back off of injury, like junior year is really like when all of this happens. So although you may have felt, you know, like you have so many challenges and things to come back from, I feel like it was really great timing. Like you had a whole year to get yourself right and like back comfortable with training at a high level and coming off of injury, like getting your confidence back, and then going into AAU, it's like, all right, well, I kind of got like my feet wet and everything, coming off a championship.
Yeah.
So your confidence is up, and then like you said, you got to ball out in AAU.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about your commitment a little bit later.
Okay.
And then let's go into that hardship a little bit. So your injury. So you, when did you tear your ACL?
When I was going into my 10th grade year, it was literally before a preseason game of AAU. So I was taking a charge, and then the girl just ran into me full speed. My knee just twisted, and I landed on it. And then, like 2 weeks after, I went to practice, and I twisted it again. So I knew it was wraps. Like I knew I injured myself.
Inieye, you are 6'4".
Yeah,
taking a charge?
I don't know why. I don't know what made me just do that, but
yeah. Okay, so I'm also gonna share mine, hero, hardship, and highlight. So a hero in my life would definitely be my mom. She is just like an all-around, like do everything. Like she just gets stuff done, and that's definitely like who I model like being a woman after is my mom. So she's definitely a hero for me. And then a hardship. I feel like I'm only 30, but I feel like I've been through a lot. A hardship, I'm trying to think about one that most people don't know about. I think a hardship for me was just in college, like managing the lifestyle of college, and then also you're like away from home, and you have so many other influences, and then you don't have like the people that are usually in your life that keep you on track, like your parents, some of your close friends that like keep you where you need to be. Once you get into college, it's just like trying to find a whole new person. It's like, you know?
Yeah.
So that was definitely a hardship for me. And then a highlight of my life, honestly, is just like being here, being in this gym. It's something that I definitely had on my to-do list, and it was a part of my vision board for like the next 5 to 10 years. So the fact that I'm here right now and doing this, and we're here with Make It Take It, and like the nonprofit and everything, like I'm very proud of myself. So that's the highlight of my life. This next segment is called The Truth Behind the Grind. So it pretty much is a card game that reveals truths about what the grind is really like. So most people just think that, you know, when people say like, okay, you gotta grind it, you gotta put in work, that it's just like, okay, like it's gonna just be like I just go in the gym and I just do the work. Like, no, it's a lot of stuff that happens, and a lot of things that you have to power through. And as women, we're always learning and growing, but especially in the beginning, it's hard because you don't really have a basis. It's different when you're younger because it's like you're becoming who you're going to be. So you don't really know how to struggle until like that one day you have a breakthrough and you're like, dang, like I'm finally on the other side of it and I feel a lot better and have more confidence. So you're gonna pick a card, we're gonna swap, and then you just answer the question. We'll both answer the question with the card. So you can go first.
Okay. When did you first fell in love with the game? So I first fell in love with the game in 8th grade, which is crazy because I started in 5th grade. But 8th grade, because that's when I really gained all my confidence and I was able to actually play. And then also like the people around me just made me feel comfortable and I was able to play more fun, freely. The coaches were supporting me throughout like 7th grade and 6th grade.
Okay, so when you first fell in love with the game, for me, I first fell in love with it for my brother. Like my brother taught me how to play basketball, and we just used to travel for him, and we used to be at tournaments and you know just everywhere. And so I seen him do everything that he wanted to do with basketball, and so it just like inspired me to have that same mentality about the things I want out of my life. So yeah, I fell in love with the game. I mean, all my life. I feel like, yeah, I just been around basketball. It's hard to get away from it. Okay, my turn.
Okay.
Ooh, this is a good question. What's something you had to give up to pursue basketball at this level? Something I had to give up. So I think most of us have to give up, I mean, our extra time.
Yeah.
Like being able to, go to family events and like you miss all the big stuff sometimes for tournaments or practices or whatever. That's something that I've definitely changed. Like as an adult, I try to make it so I get to most things now, like prioritize since I've been older. But yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yeah, I like to piggyback off of that. I was just about to say extra time too. But yeah, when it came like teenage years, my friends would ask me to hang out, and I'm always like, I'm busy, I got training, or I got weightlifting, I got to go out of town, just stuff like that. But I would always like do it again, honestly, because I want to go to the WNBA. So I know it's going to be a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah, got to make those sacrifices. So how do you balance that? Like, how do you find time to just be a kid?
I mean, I guess I schedule myself around pretty well. I would say like some days I would just go straight basketball training in the morning, and then so I'll have free time in the afternoon, or like do trainings in the morning and weightlifting in the morning, so I can have the rest of my day just free.
Yeah. Okay. And what are you doing on that free time?
The free time, playing video games, shopping.
Video games. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your like go-to video game when you get home? Just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit down and play this game and chill.
Roblox.
Okay.
With my best friend. Roblox
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. Your turn.
Okay. Was there ever a moment you almost quit? Yes. I would say during my junior year with Centennial. I felt like it was just so much. All the running, but at the end of the day, like I'm glad I stuck like with it. And also I had people around me to keep myself going. But
yeah. I think we all have those moments.
Yeah.
Like no basketball player that has reached, you know, their best self or getting to somewhere they want to be has like not felt urge to quit at some point in their life. For me, it was, I can't exactly tell you the year. It was a blur. But maybe like 8th grade, or I want to say 8th grade summer or something like that. Yeah, like you said, it was tough. And one day I was just like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I walked out the gym. I feel like everybody during my time has a story about how they tried to walk out the gym at some point, but it never worked. So I left the gym, and then of course I had to call my mom and like tell her like what happened, and she was just like, okay, so is that what you really want to do? And then it's like, damn, like, I really got to think about this.
Right.
And I chose to go back, of course. And the crazy part is that the day that I decided to walk out, we had like a major running day where we had like some consequences from some games we lost or whatever. And so everything that we didn't have, obviously you have to make up for later. So I came back in, I'm like, there was no point of even just walking out. I should have just tried to push through. But it was hard. I feel like that's when you learn that you love it.
Yeah.
Because if not, I would have just walked out and not cared, like, either way. But I'm like, I'm not going to let my teammates down. I'm not going to let myself down. Like, if I walk out, then I'm quitting on this. I at least, like, want to finish what I start.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I feel like that was, like, a big part in my process of just saying, like, okay, I'm never going to quit anything again. Like, or I'm never going to have in my mind, like, I'm just done with this. I'm over it. Like, now I'm going to figure out a way to push through.
Yeah. I changed my mindset, too, about that.
Yeah. Who's one person who has believed in you when things got hard?
You want to answer it first?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. One person who believed in me, I would say, I have a few people that pop up. I would say my boyfriend.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a mom now. Obviously, coaching and being in sports, period, takes a toll on you. It's a lot of effort. Like, to be really good, to put a lot of work in, you have to dedicate like all of your time to it, and you really don't get any breaks. We do this year round. And so he's my biggest supporter, honestly. Just allowing me to be able to like be the best mom and also be the best coach and like go for my dreams and all those things. So when things get hard, he's like the first person to say no, like, keep pushing, you got this.
I guess one person who has believed in me when things go hard, I would say, is my mom. Because, I mean, there's times where I have really rough games, and yet she'll still drive me to practice her games. Even if I would, like, snap at her, she would still do everything for me in order for me to get better. So, I really respect her for that. I love her for that.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah.
So if you could tell her anything right now that you would want her to know, what would you tell her?
That I love you. I mean, I don't say it a lot, but I definitely love her with all my heart.
Yeah. Okay, your turn.
Okay. How is your time management? How do you handle basketball, school, and social life? My time management, I would say, is really good. Like, I don't ever feel stressful. And when it comes to school, though, it gets a little bit hectic, but I still figure out ways to balance that with homework right after school, and then go to practice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But do you want to answer that question?
I'm terrible with time management. I'll be honest. I'm bad. So I really have to like schedule what I'm gonna do and stick to the schedule. Like, I have to have a whole thought out plan about how things are gonna go, or I'm gonna just, it's gonna be all over the place. Like, I'm not gonna get what I wanted done. So I really have to plan it out. Especially like having a son now, there's no way. He has a specific nap time, and if that boy don't go down at that nap time, like, he crashes out. So I have to plan everything that I want to do strategically now, way more than what I used to. But I'm getting better. I'm a lot better. I will say that. Okay, favorite hype song. For me, anything Lil Wayne.
I would say anything like Young Boy for a game. I gotta. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so what song?
Honestly, like Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah.
Can you show me like a move, a dance move, like what you doing in the locker room, left in?
I'll do a little Dougie. Yeah, just a little Dougie.
Okay, I gotta add the music to that one.
Okay.
Okay. What do you do when you're not having fun in your journey?
I go to social media and just listen to other people's point of view because I always feel like someone else is going through the same thing I am.
Yeah, I think when things aren't fun, I think I just go back to like trying to be grateful for things. Like if I'm struggling for something, I'm just like, okay, well, look at what I do have. Like there was one point where I wanted what I have right now, and eventually I got there. So I just try to put in perspective, like this is where I'm at. It's a process. Like I try not to stress too much about it. But that is a difficult thing. A lot of people don't really talk about. Like when things aren't going right, how do you stay happy? Like how do you like get yourself up? I'll say like for me in college, I had like a rough patch where I'd say like I went through depression like big time, and 3 of my teammates who are still like my best friends to this day, they got me out of the room. Like they would not let me stay in there. Like I only came out for workouts and like whatever I was required to be at. But outside of that, I'd stay in the apartment. And I guess they just started to notice that there was something like going wrong, and I'm not an open person. Like I don't really tell anybody about my personal stuff. So they really didn't know. And yeah, they just forced me to get out. They just figure out reasons to be like, you want to come with us? You want to come with us? Until I just kind of like came out of the depression. So I'm definitely thankful for them. Your turn.
What are you most excited about for your senior year? What I'm most excited about is the experience and getting a win, and also just building more teammates like relationships because we're gonna get a lot of new girls. So I'm excited for that.
Well, this is not my turn.
Oh yeah.
How has your game evolved, and what are you improving right now? I guess I'll talk about life or maybe as a coach. So how has my game evolved? I think I'm just way more focused on building connection and like building the foundation where I'm at right now, and that's pretty much what I'm improving. Like every single day I try to figure out new ways to just build a foundation, be consistent every single day, and that's pretty much all my time.
My game evolved. Like I used to just stay in the paint, but now I'm able to just move freely. Like I'm more diverse, I guess, and I'm improving on rebounding, blocks, also like a lot of defense because I feel like defense is the game winner really.
Yeah. I feel like we could do like a highlight of all your blocks during last season.
Yeah.
And I swear, you blocked like like a guy. Like if anybody goes back and watches some of Iniye's highlights, when I tell you she like blocks it so it hits the backboard and comes off, like that shit used to get me hyped. So that is hilarious. Let's go to the next one. Player you model your game after?
LeBron James.
LeBron?
Yeah. I'm glazing. Yeah, LeBron James for sure.
Okay.
But like woman wise, Asia Wilson, I feel like she's really dominant, and I like the way that she's also diverse on the court too. That's the way that I want to play my game.
Yeah, Asia definitely. Once she added that jumper, like it was over. I'm like, she's unstoppable.
Right.
For me, I think I have like a couple different people too. I always loved Carmelo Anthony.
He was tough.
He was my favorite player when I was younger, and I liked how he had a counter move for everything. So even though like I wasn't his position, like I wasn't like a shooting guard, I played more in the post area, like mid range, and eventually when I got to college, I started going on the perimeter more. And I've always been more guard-like, but I just kind of put that in the post and then kind of got used to being in the post area and doing stuff. But I just kind of carried that over there. Like I just wanted to be able to not really be scouted,
Yeah.
Like nobody can say like, oh, she just wants to go right or just wants to go left. Like I figured out what my counter moves are and just like what's the best way to be effective. So, and then I would also say Angel McCautry because she was tough, like a beast. So definitely her demeanor, her attitude, and I think those were like the main people that I really loved growing up and modeling my game after.
Which artists are on your game day playlist?
You said Young Boy.
Yeah, Young Boy.
That's it?
No, Janae Aiko and I would
How do you go from Young Boy to Janae?
Yeah, my playlist is so bad, like it's so mixed up. But yeah, I would say Janae Aiko and Young Boy, the main two right now.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm old school, which old school is really like early 2000s for me. So I'm going like Lil Wayne. I'm trying to think about all the throwbacks that I got on my playlist. Trill Bill, Bone Crusher, like these people you probably
I don't know
Bone
Crusher. But
so yeah, I have a whole throwback playlist that gets me hype. Prime Mob, anything that makes me just feel like I'm ready to go, like ready to go to battle.
Right.
You just announced that you'll be going to the University of Seton Hall. Can you tell me why you chose Seton Hall?
I chose because of the hospitality they gave me and my mom and my brother, and also just the way they treat the players on and off the court. Because I mean, I'm gonna be young going into college. I'm gonna be just turning 18.
Yeah.
So I want to have that connection to the coaches as well as know that they're gonna take care of me if I need that.
Yeah. Another thing within the recruiting process, like what are some things that girls should be looking for, whether they're talking to coaches or just on their visits?
Definitely on their visits, they should look at the littlest things, like how they treat the players, how they treat the other coaches, how they talk about the other coaches, and also when you are like directly talking to the coaches, make sure you ask questions like, where do you see me in your program? Because that's the main question. Or like, what player right now in your system could you compare me to that player?
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think it's also important for players too to not just ask questions, but ask questions about them. You know, because also like you want to get that like two-way communication. You don't want it to just be like, oh well, you know, you want me here. What you can do? What can you do for me? Like you also want them to feel like, oh well, I want to be here as well.
Yeah.
And you know, coaches want to be valued just like players do. So I feel like when both people put that time in, then like you build really strong relationships. I mean, every coaching staff that I've been a part of, I still communicate with to this day, and I can like pick up the phone at any point, and if I needed something, they would answer my phone call. So yeah. What does success look like to you?
I mean, some people say it's money, but I feel like if you can look back in your path, and say, oh, I worked really hard to get here, that's success.
Yeah, I feel that, and I agree. I think most people think it's things like stats or like individual awards, and those things are great. I just feel like success is about happiness and peace. You know, who do you want to be around when things are tough? That's one thing that a coach told me to kind of figure out through my recruiting process. Like if things were to go bad, what coaching staff or like what players would you want to be around during that time? And I feel like that's important because when you get to wherever you want to go or whatever your goals are, you don't want to be like, oh, well, I spent so much time on this and I didn't even like live my life. I didn't even have fun.
Yeah.
And I think that success piece is about happiness and just kind of like being happy with who you are and things like that.
No regrets.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you could talk to your 14-year-old self, like going into high school, what would you want her to know?
I would want her to know, don't listen to the rumors, because I could have already been at Centennial if I wasn't listening to the rumors.
Yeah. So, of course, like I played there too, and of course, like I coached you there, and I always say like Centennial is a really special place. I mean, the sisterhood that they've created over there, I mean, it's special. From 25 years, even the girls that started that program over there till now, like we all still have relationships. Of course, like me and you, like being here, like it shows how we all stick together. Like no matter what happens, like we're all connected and we're always there for each other. So I feel like although some people may not be happy with their own experiences, within the program and everything's kind of subjective, I think at the end of the day, like it's just standards. I mean, like we have our standards for how we want to run things, and if you want to be better and be willing to push yourself, then it's kind of like that's, you know, the place that you would want to be. And if not, then yeah, there you go.
Right.
So what kind of legacy do you want to leave at your high school?
I want to leave a hardworking, dedication role. You know, I want to be on a court and someone can just be like, oh yeah, she left her heart and soul on that court. And I just want someone, like, I want to set a standard, I guess.
Yeah.
And for Centennial or just any high school that's seeing me play.
Yeah. It's more about how you left people, like their impression of you, how you made them feel, how you show up every day. Because when you come back 20 years from now and everybody gets together, they're gonna be like, Inieye, remember when this happened and that happened? Like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's super special. Okay, so our next segment is called Myth or Truth. So we have some phrases that people say, and we're just gonna say if they're a myth or a truth, like within sports, within basketball.
Okay.
So the first one is, if you work hard, you'll always succeed.
Truth.
Truth, I think this is a myth.
And why do you think that?
So I don't think that if you work hard, you'll always succeed. I think that some things kind of have to all work together. Like, I think that you absolutely have to work hard. That's a non-negotiable. You have to put in the work, and you can't really get around that piece. I also think that you have to have a plan, and you have to know where you're going. And then also, you know, if you have God in your life, I feel like God has to sprinkle his, you know, his magic on it to make everything fit the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so I just think work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
So like that has definitely been something that has been a part of my life, and just knowing where I'm going.
Yeah.
And it'll all come together in its own time.
Right.
The next one is, you have to be over 6 feet to be highly recruited.
Myth.
Myth. I would agree with that. I want dogs on my team. I don't care how big, how small you are.
Yeah.
I just want somebody that's gonna go out and compete with me.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Basketball can be lonely sometimes.
Yeah. If you compare yourself, or like me, for instance, when I compare myself to other people, I try not to do it no more though. I'm better at it. But when I compare myself to other people and saying like, she has this, but I worked harder than her, stuff like that will make you lonely.
Yeah.
And it's a real bad circle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just like I tell, you know, girls now, it's just like, don't keep score. And it's hard not to do that because we're all in the same sport, we're all going like for the same goals. And it's easy to think, oh, well, we're all doing the same thing. But truly, everybody has their own path.
Yeah.
Like, you are not somebody else and somebody else isn't you. So I think having the perspective of just like, my journey is special, and you know, you kind of have to just let it happen the way it's supposed to. And then eventually, it'll work out. Like, everything will work itself out.
Yeah.
Being a leader means being the loudest voice.
No. Myth.
Yeah, I agree. That's definitely a myth. Do you have any teammates that you feel like they show their leadership just like by action and they're not the loudest voice?
Yeah, last year, Ayla, she was definitely she's a hard worker. Like, whenever you seen her working, I would be like, well, I don't want her just working hard by herself. I want to also do it. Like, what makes, I want to help her out.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's always like the easiest teammate to play with, because you can just like give your all and just like let go and just be free.
Yeah.
And then the last one is, the will to win is not nearly important as the will to prepare to win. True, I agree. I love this quote. This is one of my favorite quotes. And I think that preparing to win is the hard part. Like, everybody wants to win championships. You know, they say that. It comes out of their mouth. Like, I want to win. I want to be successful. I want to do this or that. But are you actually going to put in the time to prepare? And that's where a lot of people fall off, because, you know, it takes months, years. Like, you don't know when that breakthrough is going to happen. So being willing to just be consistent and prepare is tough. But that's kind of like the key. Do you feel like there was a point where you had your breakthrough, and like, how long did it take to get to the breakthrough for you?
I would say when my knee injury first occurred, it took at least 2 years before my breakthrough.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people kind of expect themselves to come back and like bounce back super quick. It's like, you know, we're human.
Yeah.
So after injuries, you know, you're gonna have doubts, you're gonna have like mental blocks and things things like that, and you really have to like give yourself grace to just kind of like figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so to take us out, we're gonna do rapid fire game. It's called Player Coach Fan.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 3 people, and you have to tell me who would be your teammate, who would be your coach, and who would be your fan in the stands.
Okay.
Okay, so first up we got Inieye Oruh, Rihanna, and Beyonce.
Okay. My coach would be Rihanna. Beyonce would be my fan, and then my teammate Inieye Oruh.
Why would you make Janae your teammate?
Because you never know, she might be good at basketball.
She's short.
Well, she could be like a little point guard.
Okay. The next one, we got Young Boy,
Okay.
LeBron James,
Okay.
and Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. Okay. So LeBron James is my coach. Kyrie Irving as my teammate, and then Young Boy.
Young Boy. Okay,
Yeah.
that one's kind of easy.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last one is Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, and Candace Parker.
Ooh. Okay, Candace Parker as my teammate, Asia Wilson as my coach, and then Sabrina as my fan.
Okay.
That was a hard one, though.
That one was hard. Inieye, thank you for being here with us. Really appreciate it, and hope you come back soon so we can talk a little bit more about like your experience in college, and hopefully after you win that state championship next year.
Yeah.
So guys, subscribe, like, yes, send this to a girl that wants to master the game, master her life, and master her mindset.